Alright, what up, YouTube? It's been a minute since I've been on here. I was looking at my videos. This said I ain't been on here like in about a week or so, but I forgot they took down the last video I put up. They took down I made like three of them. I made like part two and part three to it or whatever. Whatever. One of the videos still up on my Facebook though, but they took one of the videos down. They left the other two up, so I just took the other two down because I don't want people to come looking at the other two videos. If the first video ain't up, and then y'all ain't gonna know what I'm talking about. So I just took all of the videos down since they took that first one up. But like I said, the other one's still on my Facebook though. The other two videos went up with just me talking about Fat Joe and Drake and them and stuff. I mean, I was trying to wonder like, man, why these rappers keep dissing me and stuff, like, cause I ain't like I said I want the rap and stuff, but I don't want like all my raps to just be talking crazy to people and stuff like that. Like I don't want it to be like that. But if this is a lyrical exercise, we talking about how we gonna kill each other on these tracks and stuff, then that's what I got. I mean, hopefully God well, I don't know. I think God inspired me to do that, but I don't know. And the only reason why I say that is because I was reading my Bible. I ain't gonna be reading today. I mean, I've been reading, but I ain't really got none I want to tell y'all about it that I've been reading. I mean, really, it's some things I talked about before that I don't think I need to go back over. And matter of fact, one of the things is why I think these rappers been dissing me. But what was I even finna say though? Yeah, yeah. Well, I don't know where to start with all this, but like I said, I don't want to just all my songs to just be all this talking crazy and stuff like that. Because I did actually plan on releasing another song or whatever. But like I said, I was on Twitter and all this stuff. Y'all see me and all that. Like I was saying, yeah, I don't know. It's like if I'm gonna have to go through all this stuff just to try to sell songs or whatever, then it's like, damn, I didn't even want to do this. All I want to do is just sell a damn T-shirt, and I paired it up with my poetry. All I want to do is just sell a damn shirt, and now I done went from preaching on YouTube to making songs. I mean, I'm kind of glad it worked that way because now I know my potential, what I can do. And again, I know I do have to thank God for that either way, though. Even though I was saying some things that God probably wouldn't approve of, you know. I know, like in those last days, Christ was kind of letting people know about themselves and stuff like that. So whatever. I mean, I know it looks a little distasteful if I'm gonna be up here sitting up here talking about the Bible and all this stuff. And that's another thing too, dealing with all that rapping stuff. It's like you really I ain't gonna say you kind of got to go hard at it all the time, but it's kind of gonna take away from my time with God. I feel like a little bit because man, the other day I was just boom, 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 and I'm like, damn, I ain't even read my Bible today and all that. I mean, I don't always read it all the time anyway, but I definitely made sure I've been wanting to read it lately since I think God been, blessing me to get on these tracks the way He been letting me get on it. So, but yeah, anyway, like I said, man, like I wasn't really sure like why these rappers is coming out dissing me, like especially J. Cole, because I commented on his stuff before and I know he's seen it. And this is how I know he's seen it. I let him know he might be the greatest rapper of all time. Like I said, I mean, I like Pac a lot. I love Pac, but I don't know. J. Cole was just no. I mean, I was a fan. I mean, I am a fan for real. But if it got to be like that, then it is what it is. But and what I was finna say, yeah, I was finna say like, man, I don't know why they been dissing me and stuff, but yeah, this is what I'm gonna say too. I know J. Cole already been on that BS because he pulled up. It's these comedians and stuff. He pulled up and gave them a cookie. So I guess he was trying to say, like, what you want a cookie or something, nigga? And this was after I started talking about that ghetto guy and stuff. So they been sending little shots at me, but he ain't never said nothing on the song. So I wasn't gonna say nothing on the song. Like I ain't even planning on rapping. Like, now and then I'll turn on the beat and see what I can do with it. But I don't know. Like I don't want to be no battle rapper or nothing like that or no whatever, the Smack DVD rappers and all that. I really didn't want to be a rapper. Like I said, all I want to do is just sell a damn shirt. I ain't even want the fame. I just want the damn money so I can go off with. God is making this bigger than the money. So it really need. I mean, of course, everybody want to get paid, but it's really more about the money at this point because there's prophecy involved. So talking about that, like I was gonna say, man, like I ain't know why they was coming at me so hard. And matter of fact, Drake been coming at me hard too because I made a comment about him last year and stuff, and he must have seen it. And like I said, like sometimes I be thinking like maybe I'm tripping, but sometimes I know I don't be tripping. Like I know when I put out that first poem, y'all all had to know about it because when I made that comment about Drake, he in one of his videos, I think it was it was a video with Lil Durk. He was on the back of the garbage truck. So I guess he was trying to mock me, talking about he a garbage man or something. And the nigga just don't know I was really the greatest garbage man to ever live, truth be told. So maybe he need to go do it and see what he can do with it. Because now I done a rap. I done been a garbage man. God is with me and everything I'm doing. So he trying to make jokes about it. I'm really doing it. But either way, though, I was gonna say like, man, I didn't know why they was dissing me at first, and I heard a line in that song J. Cole dropped. He don't play about his family and stuff. So I was kind of thinking like maybe the government, hacking my stuff, making it seem like I'm making comments like talking about like I kill his kids or something crazy like that. So I'm like, I was kind of thinking like, man, why is he talking about his family? But I just realized like both of them got Caucasian parents. So I'm thinking like, oh, maybe they, with the way I'm, not with the way I'm talking, but this is in the Bible. I mean, I'm sorry. So maybe that's why they feel the way they feel, like, fuck this nigga and all that, because their parents are Caucasian. I'm starting to put two and two together. Like, damn, this is probably why they coming at me like this. And I understand. So, I mean, at least for and I'll say too, even with that porn stuff, a lot of people weren't feeling me about that. So if I show props to J. Cole, talking about he the greatest and all this, then of course he's supposed to say fuck me if I'm on some weirdo shit like that. So I was just kind of putting it all together, like, damn. Like, I see probably why they coming at me now, but please don't stop coming at me because I don't want to keep making songs talking about I'm going to blast you with the shotty and all that because, hey, whatever. I know some people going to, take it to heart or whatever, but I mean, I ain't taking it to heart. People talking about they putting AKs to my brain and all that, so it is what it is. But besides that, damn, what was I about to say? I mean, look, I ain't scared either. Like I said, I don't want to be no little battle rapper or nothing, but I don't want to just keep talking crazy on these songs. I do want to put out some positive for real. I mean, I did make some positive, but like I said, I wasn't done with it. And if what I put out now already, if people see that, this is what I be thinking too, man. Like, I just be looking like unfortunately, I do be bored. Like, I'm young. I wish I had a job for real. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Because sometimes when I put something together like that, I'm like, shit, who really need a job? But sometimes I do wish I had a job or something to do so I won't be so bored. But since I do be so bored, I do be on this, looking at these comments and all this stuff. And, just not even just the comments. Like, I be watching certain shows and stuff like that. Like, even with the Corey Holcomb show. Like, I know they be sitting up there talking about me and all this stuff. And really, what it comes down to is like, damn, it's feel like I'm constantly having to prove myself and stuff like that. Because there's one of the people on the show, her name D, and every time she get to talking about me, like her whole vibe is like, this nigga ain't who he say he is. Like, he a phony and da. So I know she ain't the only one out there to feel like that. So I feel like I'm constantly having to prove myself, and sometimes I shouldn't even just try to even address the stuff. Because what they say, a hit dog barks or holler or something like that. So I feel like that's kind of, it looks like what I'm doing right now. But also, like I said, with them little emails I may get and stuff in my email, I know that it ain't really, that's supposed to be spam. It's supposed to go like straight to the spam folder and all that, but that stuff is like coming directly in my little inbox. So I don't know if that's like the government sending me messages or something like that. Like, nigga, you better shut up. Cause I mean, really, I don't really be outside too much. So how else they gonna get up with me and stuff like that? So I think they just doing little stuff like that, sending stuff to my email. Like, I mean, they was doing it to Billie Holiday and stuff. So I mean, it wasn't no email and stuff like that, but just from the things she was saying back then, from the way she was talking, they was, pretty much coming at her, putting her on the list and all that stuff. And I already told y'all how they was doing it. Matter of fact, now that video's still up, but I already told y'all how they was doing Martin Luther King though. The NSA and all them other government agencies and all that, how they was spying on him and pretty much trying to blackmail him and all that stuff. So I don't know if what I'm getting, because like I said, man, every time I put if I rap or something, I get an email talking about what I just rapped about or something. It ain't even got to be a rap. Sometimes it just be something I post on the internet. Then I get a spam thing coming right directly to my inbox talking about this and that. As a matter of fact, I looked at one of those emails and the name, it was talking about Barbara Cochran. And I end up Googling the name because I'm trying to see like who these people is and all this stuff. And what I'm thinking it is, like, I probably done took some bait. Like, they probably knew like they was going to send some spam to my email, make it obvious. Like, are we going to send it about something he just talked about? He going to tell everybody. And now we going to make it look like this and da. So like I said, sometimes I get lost trying to really be out here just defending myself too much. And God been doing that for me enough. So I really ain't got to do that too much or at all, for real. Be still and see that God is God, like I keep saying. But then what was I finna say? I was talking about the email, with the spam stuff. I don't know if that's the government or whoever's sending me that spam mail, but like I said, it possibly could have been a case of me taking that bait. As a matter of fact, that's what J. Cole was talking about when niggas falling for the bells and whistles and all that. That's probably one of the bells and whistles I fell for. And like I said, that's why he was one of my favorite rappers. Because J. Cole do be saying some real shit. But either way, though, yeah, like I said, man, I ain't really trying to just be no little battle rapper. No, I really, like I said, I ain't really trying to be a rapper. I really want to just keep it strictly about God and stuff, because God do so He gonna judge us about every idle word we speak. And so, saying all that crazy stuff in the raps, I'm like, damn. Like like I said, I know God ain't really, with all that negative talk and all this stuff. But at the same time, like I said, I was reading my Bible the other day, and before I made that song, like I wasn't even gonna put it out. So I'm like, maybe J. Cole ain't even talking about me. I'm like, maybe I'm like, and what I was thinking, like, I really don't want to go make no song about this nigga J. Cole, and he like really just killed me. Like, I ain't talking about like literally, I'm talking about get on the song and just kill me, because I was just doing it reactionary. I was just making something about him because he made something about me. But I'm like, what if he won't really talk about me and I just put this out and then he really come at me? And I'm like, damn, I ain't really had no plan for this. So whatever though. But then what was all you talking about though? Talking about falling for the bells and whistles, all that. What was I talking about though? Yeah, I was saying I hope I ain't jumped no gun thinking J. Cole was talking about me when he was talking about pissing in people's tea. But like I said, I ain't stupid though. So, and when he gave dude the cookie, I already knew he knew about me. So for him to come out and say that, I felt like he was coming at me. So whatever, I did what I did, and it is what it is. But besides that, I've been seeing all these rappers too, man. Like, but I can't go at everybody. That's what I'm saying. Like, I ain't trying to take on too much that I can't handle. I mean, too much for me to handle. Like, I mean, it is what it is. I just went at him because I know, like, a lot of times when rappers talking about they looked up to their favorite rappers in the game and then they had to end up going against them, that's how they knew they finally made it and all that stuff. I ain't trying to say I made it and all this stuff. Like I said, I ain't never planning on being a rapper because God gonna judge us to every idle word we speak. So I don't want to just keep sitting up here talking all this, like I said, blasting people with shotties and all that stuff. So I really don't even want to promote that energy for the kids or anybody who might hear that and listen to me and think that that's cool. So, like I said, I don't know. I don't think I jumped the gun with J. Cole. I think he was really targeting me. And then when it comes to Drake, I don't really care. Like, for real. Like, if he come out and tell the truth, then I wouldn't. I'll just leave it all alone. But I ain't got no respect for him if he don't know who the true Israelites are. And it's just that simple. So, I ain't even finna take it there. But y'all been seeing DJ Khaled too, talking about new teeth. I keep my twisted grill just to show the kids it's real. I'm gonna get them cavities fixed if I ever get some money. But I don't ever plan on getting no braces or nothing like that. So I see DJ Khaled, I see all them talking crazy about me. It is what it is. I mean, but he one of them though. He wanna be I'm DJ Khaled, nigga. No. But somebody like me coming through talking about why they all them talking about niggas. Don't call me no nigga, da. So he looking like, oh, he finna shake shit up and da. So I can see why a nigga like J. Cole, DJ Khaled, on there with me. So whatever. Like I said, I ain't trying to keep releasing all these crazy songs and all that, talking crazy about people. So I'd rather release some that'll bring people together. But I don't know, and I ain't finna be doing this every day either though, because I don't even read my Bible every day. So I don't want to go harder in rap or nothing like that than I am with the Bible. Because I've been telling God I need to get back to His Word. In the Bible, God say all the people that He's with, He wants them to stay near and dear to His Word every day. He wants you to keep it close to you and read it and all that. So I really don't want to go 7 days a week trying to write rap lyrics, and then I'm only reading my Bible about 3 days a week. See what I'm saying? And God told us to take a day off with everything we do. So like I said, I really don't want to be sitting up here doing this every day, all day, not even, taking that Sabbath rest that God told us. I mean, I know He told us not to do nothing physically on the Sabbath day, but still though, if you're going to be doing something as a job is a job, and doing something every day, all day drive you crazy. So no, I don't know. That's kind of where I'm at with it. But yeah, I just want to talk about that though, because this ain't even what this about. I got a whole channel for my poetry and all that stuff, and all the music and all that. But this really just to talk about everyday stuff. But of course, I can't just get on here and just talk like I didn't just drop those songs and all that stuff. I just want to address it real quick, why I did it, And the things that I was seeing that made me say like, all right, well, I'm finna do this for real now, because I see they really talking about me now. So I'm gonna really make this. I'm gonna really do this. I'm really go ahead like this. So you know, I ain't finna get up here and just talk about my rap and all this stuff. I've been talking about me plenty enough on Twitter already and stuff, for real. And matter of fact, and let me show y'all too. I don't know if y'all found it or not, but I know some people probably went looking for it. I know y'all ain't gonna believe it. But yeah, I told y'all, as soon as as soon as I start doing my thing, boy, I started noticing so many changes go up in there. And I think what it was like they was, because I worked at another garbage job before I went to that. Damn, I said I'm gonna stop talking about myself, but I just want to let y'all know this real quick because I don't make it seem like I'm tweaking. So I should just go live when I'm talking about all this stuff instead of getting on Twitter talking about it. So I think I can explain it better. But yeah, I used to work at another garbage job before that one. It was called Waste Management. They kind of like the corporate garbage people, pretty much. Like they super strict, like, but they pay the most money, pretty much. So, but I was working there at first, and at first when I started out, I was weak. I ain't gonna lie. Like they had me in a little arm truck, and I was like super garbage. Like it was taking me like 10 hours to do a whole route, and they was gonna fire. Matter of fact, and this is why I don't be judging all Caucasians, because it was actually a white lady who was like, we gonna give him a chance and da da da, because I think he can be good at this, da da da. So she actually put in a word for me when they wanted to fire me. And it actually paid off because, like I said, I ended up getting so good at it, not just at that job, but it started at the waste management job. It gave me a little bit of time to get good at it. And then one day I just like, man, forget it. I know what I need to do now. So let me just start doing it a little bit faster. I just boom, 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 start banging it out. Then I knew I was the shit when they started smelling the weed on me. And they was like, hey, man, like, what's up? Like, they was firing other people for it. They was like, man, we need you here. Like, what's going on? Da, da, da. I'm like, oh, for real? And woo, woo. So I just started, pretty much, I ain't trying to make it sound like I was taking advantage of the situation, but I mean, clearly, I was doing my thing, but I ended up killing it over there. And it was actually another company that somebody had left. When I was working in waste management, one of my employees left and went to the other company, the WCA company, who actually just got sold that I was telling you about. I forced them to sell their company. But I was working in waste management, then somebody went over to the other one, and he was like, man, you should come over here. Like, they pay more money, and we work a little bit less hours, but you can get the hours if you want them, though. And it was pretty much a better commute to the job, too. So it was too many reasons for me to choose that job than to stay at the other one. So I went to the other one, and I started killing it up in there even more so than I was doing in waste management. And so that's when I really started realizing, like, damn, like, what's going on? Like, matter of fact, what it was I told y'all this already anyway, though. But one day I prayed to God. This was when I didn't even believe in God, but I was dealing with all the child support and stuff. But I just prayed to God out the blue one day. I'm like, if you really just help me out, because I was gonna be a fireman at first, but it was a bunch of stuff going on. It was a firefighter in Kansas City. I think I told y'all this already, but I put on my Facebook though anyway, though, on my old one if y'all already see it. But he spit on this little black boy and called him a nigga, a 3-year-old black boy, a white firefighter, kicked the 3-year-old black boy and called him a nigga out in Kansas City. So, I mean, like I said, yeah, I definitely talked about this already because I was telling y'all, like, whether you in the police department, military, or the fire department, wherever you're going to be around all those Caucasian dudes, you better really watch yourself because a lot of them, like, let me say this. You ain't never seen a Klan walking down the street, a Klansman walking down the street by himself. They always going to be doing what they want to do in groups. And it's going to be the same thing with the police. Why do you think the police call for backup whenever they get into it with you? But it's going to be the same thing with the firemen, all of them. They only going to do what they going to want to do when they in groups. They're not going to go out and do that stuff by themselves unless it's somebody they know they can beat. See what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I was going to be a fireman at first. But I don't know. I eventually seen that the garbage stuff was paying a little bit more. I mean, I knew in a long term that being a fireman would probably pay out better because I can eventually be the fire chief or whatever if I wanted to. I mean, they already told me I was going to be the chief in the Air Force, but I ain't want to do it because, like I said, I seen that was going on about the time I was down there. That firefighter kicked that black boy and caught him, and it wasn't just that. It's that he didn't get fired. They put the man on desk duty. So I was like, man, fuck all this shit. I don't really want to do that. And like I said, I was getting more money being the garbage man at that time anyway. Because during that time, Kansas City garbage was super messed up. Like they was pretty much backed up every day, all day. And so you could be there working 20 hours a day if you wanted to, like just getting stupid money. So Man, I was getting paid, but I ended up leaving there. And then I went to the other company. And like I said, I just started progressing in it. Like I just started getting better and better and better. And so once I eventually got it all the way to the top level, so I reached, I just started telling them like, man, y'all finna start out. Like every few weeks, I come like, man, I'm finna leave. They're like, nah, man, we give you some more money, man. Where you going to do? I come back a few more weeks, like, man, I'm finna leave. Nah, we give you some more money. Where you going? Then I was like, I need to slow it down a little bit. And like I'm gonna start doing like on the monthly interval and all that. But yeah, I definitely hit them up for a lot though. But I don't know. I don't, like I said, I don't want to seem ungrateful because I was coming late every day and smoking weed. But that's just how I knew. Like I said, I prayed to God about this because of child support. I needed the money. I was working 2 to 3 jobs, and I didn't want to keep doing that. So I just prayed to God. I'm like, God, if you real, just please help me out. Like I need a way out. I can't keep working all these jobs. Just give me one or something that's gonna do it. And I thought he was gonna do it with the fire department, but I actually one man's trash ended up being another man's treasure, literally. So I ended up going there, doing that for a few years, getting real good at it, and yeah, like I said, it was just a lot of stuff going on. Like when I first came, it was a couple of drivers like, yeah, I'm the best driver, da 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 da. But I knew what I was doing over at Waste Management though, so I'm like, all right, he's talking about he the best driver, so I'm finna show him that he not. But it took me for a minute though, because you got to learn the routes and all that. But like after a few months, like I was killing it. But I wasn't killing it to the level to where I wanted to though. Like I was just doing it to show like I can come to work late every day if I want to, because who else you gonna find to do something like this? But then when I start killing it more and more, I'm like, all right, I can really do what I want because at this point I was realizing like they was having the corporate people coming out taking pictures of me. Like I was seeing this like, well, they thought I wasn't seeing them, but every night like they try to be slick, like being some cars and all this stuff. But they was recording me in these cars because like I just pull up on the cans like super fast. Like I don't even know how I was doing it, just like like just killing it. So they was coming out looking at me like, man, who is this nigga? Like this nigga, like he bringing this Wakanda stuff up in this garbage industry. We just want him to do it, you know, the right way. I guess they thought I was doing it dangerously at first because I was doing it so fast, but they started coming out watching me doing it. They were just like, all right, just do your thing. But yeah, I started doing that though, and this is why I realized they was placing bets on me and the other driver who they thought was the best driver and stuff. And I ain't even gonna tell you about all that. It don't really matter. But eventually, I was just killing it. The GM, I know he didn't really like me a lot though. But we didn't disrespect each other though. He was one of them Confederate dudes. Like I went in his office one time and I seen he had a little Confederate flag up and all that stuff, and I was instantly started looking because I'm in Missouri already, so I already know how to get down out there. So when I seen that Confederate flag, I'm like, damn, it was like hitting me like, damn, this is really real. Like I'm in here with these Confederate people. What the fuck is going on? Like I'm mad. I was kind of getting mad. Like I even switched to go from that job to that one, but I already knew it was probably the same thing at the other job anyway. So I'm like, whatever. I ain't gonna let this mess with my money. I kind of let it mess with my money with that fireman stuff. I mean, with that firefighter stuff. And I was gonna go do it. I ain't go do it because, like I said, I was getting more money in the garbage stuff, and then because of that stuff, when the firefighter kicked the little boy and called him a nigga, I ain't want to do it. But whatever. I'm like, I've been here this long, and if he been a Confederate dude this long, and I'm just not seeing it, then he probably ain't got no bad intentions towards me. So I'm gonna just keep doing the job. And besides, like I said, they already knew I was good anyway. So he probably just like looking like he did. This is the thing. I think he was mad the whole time though, because he probably like, who is this nigga coming in doing this, like just doing shit I ain't never seen before, and he a nigga. Like I think his whole vibe was just like he ain't like me because of that. Like he ain't even want me to be that good. He ain't want me to be unfireable, literally. But I was. So what eventually happened though was I figured out they was placing the bets and all that stuff though, because like I said, I just started killing it, just started doing stupid times. Just like I would get back in the office by like 12 o'clock and they like, what you doing? Like your truck broke down? No, I'm done. I mean, you ain't done. They go out and check it like, well, why you ain't going to help nobody? I'm like, man, I done did my work. He said, like, ooh, but whatever. I eventually stayed though because I realized I was cheating myself out of money because I was getting paid by the hour, so I was getting done with my work by 12 o'clock. My checks was going from like 1100 a week to like 400 a week, and I'm like, damn, I'm cheating myself out of money. Let me go ahead at least slow it down, start helping other people out or whatever. But that's also too, I think, why they start giving me more and more money though, because they like, damn, he is getting done early and stuff and da. So we should probably just give him a little bit more money and all this stuff because he gonna do all these routes way faster than we think anybody else gonna do them. And then, I mean, it eventually got to the point where they was messing with my truck, though. They didn't even want me to be that good. So every day I come in, my truck breaking down in the middle of the highway, dangerous stuff like that. So, I mean, it happened to other people too, but it was happening to me every day. Like, they'd be like, oh, yeah, we fix your truck. And I go in it. And as soon as I get in, it's dying, my truck dying in the middle of the street. And I'm like, come on, man. If my truck died and shit, like, and this is happening like this every day, and they ain't fired me yet. Like, they just mess with my truck, and so I started to like get like really suspicious. I'm starting to think like, I'm like, man, they probably just trying to put me in a situation to they can get my truck to break down or something, and then I can just be like a sin duck somewhere. They can just come and kill me or something like that. Like, that's what I was thinking about. But I mean, that's just what my mind be taking stuff though. I mean, I think about all possibilities. It probably wasn't even that serious, but either way though, then what was I about to say? Whatever. Y'all get it. Yeah, oh no, I didn't even get to the point that I was gonna say about them selling the business. That's what I'm saying though. The GM was mad that a black dude was coming in his company doing what he was doing, and he didn't like it. So what eventually happened, they was like, well, we ain't gonna find nobody else that's gonna do the work that he's doing. So he's not leaving. So you either gonna leave if you can't get along with him, or y'all just gonna be quiet. I mean, we weren't talking about each other, but I was talking a lot of stuff on Facebook and stuff. Though. I was talking about a lot of, this Black History stuff and all that stuff. So I already know they weren't liking that. I already know these Confederate dudes weren't liking it. So eventually, what it was, so they was basically like, I put two and two together. Like, they had to tell them like, we ain't firing him. It's gonna be you or him. And once I started killing it, he left. I knew that's what it was. And then after I started killing it even more than that, like I said, they knew I was smoking weed now at this point, and they just couldn't fire me. Like, I don't know if the top CEO of the company came out and was watching me, but I know like orders came all the way up from top. Like, I can do whatever I want pretty much. Like I said, I ain't take advantage of it too much. I ain't do nothing other than smoke weed on the job and come late. Like, I wasn't, on the job doing nothing that was crazy, like stupid stuff. I wasn't being a fool nigga, doing all type of nigga stuff. But yeah, what was I finna say? Yeah. So, like I was saying though, the GM though, like I said, I know he didn't like what I was doing, and he eventually left. And then once I started killing it some more, I think they had to put in a bet like, as long as he don't get into an accident or nothing, we ain't gonna fire him. But if he keep doing what he doing, then we gonna have to sell the company or something. And then that's exactly what happened. They sold the company because they couldn't fire me. So I guess they was gonna leave it up to the new people to fire me. And I don't know if they figured they couldn't fire me because they knew I was a prophet. Because at that time I was saying stuff and then it was happening. Like, I was doing stuff and it was happening. And I was even like, damn, like, so in a sense, it's kind of like I was scared, but at the same time, not scared, but I was kind of like aware of my surroundings out there around the Confederate dudes. But out there, well, I'm like, I know they believe, a lot of them racist people believe in God. That's crazy. Like, I don't see how that works, but a lot of them do. But like I said, I think even at that point, a lot of them was even looking like, damn, this nigga really a prophet. So at that point, I just stopped. I started lacking a little bit. Like, I wasn't even being so much like being aware of my surroundings like how I used to be. I'm like, I know they probably thinking I'm a prophet now at this point. Like, they not stupid. Like, they not even finna come try nothing crazy like that. And even besides that, I think on the other hand, they just respected everything I was doing in the industry because when nobody else, like I said, doing what I was doing, when nobody else showing the way there, they smoking weed, talking about I'm leaving. They like, oh no, man, we can use some more money, and shit like that. So if it weren't for anything else, they was just respecting my work. It wasn't even really work ethic because really, like I said, I was showing up late and all this stuff. They was just really respecting my skill for real. That's all it was to it. So I just started lacking a little bit. Like, I ain't got to watch myself too much. Like, I can breathe a little bit. I ain't got to be always looking over my shoulder trying to see if some people finna be running up on some white sheets and stuff. But yeah, that's my story about that though. The whole garbage industry stuff when I worked in uh that ain't what I came on here to talk about though. I just want to mention that though, since I was talking about it on Twitter. They ain't want y'all to think I'm crazy and that, tomorrow, oh, he bragging about burning garbage, man. I'm telling you, I was literally the best in the world at it, like, period. And this is what's so crazy about it. They won't even let me do it out here in Chicago because they don't even want people to see what I've been doing. Like, when I first came back, I was trying to get a job as a garbage man. But I think, I'm gonna say this, a lot of these industries is like the government industries and stuff. Like, if you want it by the police, you ain't just want it by the police in one state. You want it by them in all state. I mean, well, I guess it depends on the crime, but especially if it's something like murder or something, they wherever you go, they gonna turn you in to where you need to go. But I think it's the same way with a lot of these other industries, like the music industry and stuff, or like the garbage industry. I think what they was doing, they was like, all right, this nigga come out to Chicago, or whatever. We need to tell all of them don't hire this nigga because people gonna see how he really is, and they gonna start thinking this nigga Jesus or something. So I think that's probably how they put it to them out here, because ain't none of these garbage people gave me no job. Like this dude called me in for an interview twice and told me he was gonna give me the job, and he didn't give me the job. So I don't know. I mean, but like I said, I was coming late and smoking weed every day. But I mean, if that's what they told them, then whatever. But they didn't fire me though. So if I was going to work late and smoking weed every day, then they shouldn't even mention it because it obviously wasn't a problem. So if that's what they told them for them not to hire me, then they were just hating. Period. But uh, then what I was gonna say? Damn, I forgot what I was gonna say. But anyway, let me stop talking about that though. So I ain't a garbage man no more. I did that, and really, God, everything in life happens for a reason. And the fact that happened, that was pretty much God just, showing me like He gonna be with me in all that I do. So I already told you, Mama came with the blast on my back with that extension cord, and I was like, I'm gonna take that. Like I ain't trying to just keep bragging about all this stuff I did in my life, like stuff that I didn't do, because it's little stuff to be honest. But for real though, like that's just how it is. But anyway though, I just want to talk about some stuff that's been going on though, because I ain't been really in the news lately and stuff like that. I mean, I have, but I haven't though. But I seen that Biden stuff, not that Biden, but the stuff with the horses. The people out in Haiti, they came out here. They went to Mexico. And they was trying to get across the border, and they was on horses with the whips and all that. See, like stuff like that, I want to talk about it. But in the beginning, I don't feel like I need to though, because we all know how that look, and I mean, just think about it like this. Joe Biden says you ain't black if you don't vote for him. But if you black and can't vote for him, then you just don't matter. Black lives don't matter to him. He's showing it, period. And then they sitting up here talking about all them people they brought from Afghanistan to bringing over different virus and stuff. But they let them come in, just straight through and stuff like that. And they ain't like if somebody want to come over here, then look at how America came over here. When they, like I told y'all in the other videos, they came over here slaughtering people to get this land. The Mexicans were already over here before anybody else with the Native American. Matter of fact, they like whatever. I think the Mexicans might be part Native American or something like that. But they were already over here. So that's why I don't be understanding like a lot of black people be telling us, no, well, why y'all trying to bring the Mexicans in? This is gonna push us out of business. Like, look at who controlling all this. Y'all shouldn't worry about Mexicans trying to eat when we see who on the top taking food from everybody. I mean, right now, I kind of feel a little, I don't know how to say it, but it is a lot of racial tensions going on in Chicago. Like I told you on the other video, in the West Pullman neighborhood, they say it's been a gang wars between the Mexicans and black gangs. So I kind of feel a little stupid sitting up here trying to defend Mexicans when right now one of them probably blow my head off for whatever reason. But I mean, it's the truth though. They were already over before anybody else. So I mean, but let me say this though: our ancestors did build this land though. Our ancestors made America what it is though. So I don't know. I just want to stay off that topic though, because like I said, I feel like the Mexicans were here first. They got pushed out when the Europeans came over. But our ancestors did pretty much get his country the fruits of his labor or whatever. So or labored for the fruits of this country, I should say. But what was I about to say? I forgot what I was gonna say. But and I ain't even been smoking. That's crazy. I'm gonna just start smoking altogether for real. So I ain't smoked like a few days before I put that rap together, and I'm like, damn, like maybe I need to stay sober. But besides that horse and stuff with Biden, there was something else I was gonna talk about. I seen in the news and all that. Uh, Damn, I forgot. Hold on real quick. Let me think about it. uh, Whatever though. I don't think I even need to keep going though. But damn, it was something for real. I just talked about that Biden stuff. Well, let me say too about this though. 'Cause this is why I don't even want to talk about the Biden stuff too, because that in itself is tricky though. Because Joe Biden right now, with all those Haitians trying to come over, he's sitting up here telling them they can't come over and all this stuff. He can make himself look like the good guy. He can say, "All right, well, I'm gonna let the Haitians in," and then all y'all stupid. Let me not call people stupid, but everybody gonna be like, "Oh, see, Joe Biden do love black people." Y'all see, he clearly don't though. But this is what I'm saying though. I don't even want to get caught up in stuff like that now, because now I'm starting to see like how taking the bait is just real, not just in little little everyday stuff in your life, but just even with that, like I'm saying, Joe Biden can just all of a sudden flip the switch and say, "Oh no, we need to allow the Haitians in. We bringing everybody and all the black people, da da da." And really, they can have a plan to bring people in and kill them though. So, like I said, just let him show his true colors. That's all I feel about it. Like, well, nobody really expecting him to do much for black people anyway. Well, I guess some of y'all will, but whatever though. Look at what Obama did for black people. Told you he went to Africa and told them they got to become homosexuals. So I mean, that's the truth. But I seen something else though. Let me see. Let me just pull out my phone. See if I can find something real quick. I think what I was gonna talk about is all over the news anyway. So uh, whatever. It must not have been that important then, because I don't see what I was talking about. But damn, I don't know. It's been a minute though, so I do kind of want to just get on here a little bit and just talk about stuff that's been going on though. I've been reading the Bible, but like I said, I ain't been I don't think what I done already told y'all before the part where I'm reading it now. It was actually some back in Exodus, I think. But I'm in Nehemiah now. I think what I was reading was actually in Ezra though. It might have been in Nehemiah. I don't know which one it was in, but it was talking about interracial relationships. And I could go there, but like I'm saying though, that's probably why a lot of these rap dudes coming at me anyway though. So if I come out and say, "Don't be with that white woman," then niggas gonna be looking at me like, "Man, I don't know, man, my mama white, da da da." And I understand that. So, like I said, that's probably why a lot of them probably coming at me anyway, though. So, but that's where I was at, though. That's the last thing I seen that I wanted to talk about, though, because I seen something that I didn't see before, but I already talked about it in general before, so I don't think I need to talk about it again. But let me see. I don't know, but I was reading though the other day, and I seen some, like I said, the guy said in the Bible as I was reading. I don't know if it was in Nehemiah or Ezra, but God said, "Stand up and do what must be done." And then this was, when I was wondering, I was thinking, like, should I even put this song out? And then I read, "Stand up and do what must be done." Like I said, it was in Ezra or Nehemiah. I can't remember which one it was in. But as I read that, was all the confirmation I needed to just go. Like, I'm doing it now. So it is what it is. But I don't know. I don't feel like I'm tweaking though, going live though. I think people expected more music out of me and stuff like that. Like I said, I don't want to be going hard at this music stuff than I am with God. Because when all this music come, I'm gonna just be speaking idly about things that ain't even happening though. I mean, it's a little cap in my rap too. So whatever though. Like I said, if we just speaking on the beat though, just lyrically exercising, yeah, whatever. It is what it is. But well, it is what it is with y'all. But when it come to God, He gonna judge us for every idle word we speak. So let me just go ahead and try to take it back to business instead of trying to be a rapper. Because even most rappers look like they don't want to be rappers. They look like they don't want to be dealing with all that fame and all the attention and stuff. I really don't want to be dealing with it. I just wanted the money. Like I said, trying to sell a t-shirt at first. But it's prophetic at this point. So now I got to get into this word of God and speak this. I mean, if I want this, I'll put it like this though. a lot of musicians in the Bible, well, a lot of poets and prophets, a lot of prophets in the Bible were musicians and stuff. So I feel like I do. I don't know if it's a gift from God to make music. I feel like I could do it, but I don't know. I don't think people want to hear that positive stuff nowadays. Because I think Rakim, one of the best rappers of all time too, but he's still alive. And look, people don't want to hear that positivity. So I don't want to just keep staying in this, talking about this and talking about that. You know, so it is with that. I don't know, but besides that though, I don't think I got nothing else for real. I really want to talk about that Biden stuff though with the horses. 'Cause a lot of people, even Kamala Harris, was saying it's surrounding her slavery and all that stuff. Like, then that's your president. Like, talk to him. But I don't know. I don't want to get too far into to that too though, because they say it's been like that. They say that's how they was doing it with the Mexicans. So if that's the case, then it might just be a case of us black people just not really looking at things as they are. If they were doing it to the Mexicans, then they probably not just doing it in the racist fashion of black people. But I don't never remember seeing them do that like that to the Mexicans though. So whatever. Like I said, I ain't trying to get too caught into that though, because like I said, Joe Biden can just flip the script and just say, "See, I had a plan to bring him in the whole time," and then people can be like, "Oh yeah, see Joe Biden, the hero," blah blah blah. So I don't even want to get into that because he gonna do what he want to do anyway. But I don't know. I think that's it though. I ain't finna stay on here too long though, because I ain't really talking about nothing for real. But let me see. Yeah, I think that'll be it. I'll be out. If I'm gonna be reading the Bible, so I'll be reading. If I put out some more music or whatever, it's gonna be on the other channel for sure. So, um, yeah, I think that's it though. So I'm out.